Hey everyone, I think teaching is a very important profession, and there are a lot of tips that you need to know to become proficient and be professional. When it comes to teaching, an educator should believe that all students should learn. Learning is very fundamental. Learning is a very and the most important part of teaching, and I feel like teachers should utilize the skills that students need to be successful learners. I feel like in your classroom, you're going to be dealing with different type of students. You're going to be faced with many challenges. All students don't learn the same, but you have to be able to utilize the different strategies within your classroom to make sure that all your students' needs are being met. So you need to believe in all your students as an educator. Educators should also be sensitive to learning, meaning you should monitor the needs of all your students, their academic needs, their social needs, their emotional needs. You need to make sure that all your student needs are being met as an educator. A lot of children, they don't learn as fast as others, so you may have to add different adaptations to your lessons just to make sure that your child learning is where it needs to be at, and your child or your students is developmentally where they need to be. You need to be culturally sensitive. You need to make sure that your room is very inviting and that you are open to different cultures, because in your classroom, you're going to have different children, different backgrounds, different ethnicity, and you want to make sure that every child feels welcome in your classroom. So you want to make sure that you have a very diverse background, implementing different cultures, encouraging children to speak about their culture, allowing students to ask their peers questions about their cultures, just making sure that everybody is feeling like they're important and their needs are met. You need to also, like I just said, ask questions, allow the children to ask questions about their peers, implement different activities to incorporate different diversity and cultures inside your classroom. Reflection combined with experience, that's a really good part of teaching, because I feel like reflections help you develop the skills you need and helps you to grow into teaching. It helps you learn and do better. A lot of times you need to reflect on some of the things that you've done, and reflection, when you go back and think about different things and learn from feedback, it helps you grow as an educator, because an educator is a lifelong learning experience. That's why professional development is really good, to do trainings and just to keep the professional development going, because teaching strategies, they change along the way. So that's why it's good to stay up on your trainings and professional development so you can grow as a teacher and you can ensure that all your student needs are getting met to their full potential. You should always demonstrate professionalism by just incorporating confidentiality. A lot of times, grades or different data or different things that go on in your classroom, that's personal information, shouldn't be passed along to other teachers. Be careful what you put on social media. You need to keep those personal boundaries between the peers, between your students and the teachers, personal boundaries. You shouldn't be friends with your children or talking to them about your personal business and sharing personal information about yourself with your students. You need to implement those boundaries. Be positive no matter what. You're faced with a lot of different situations, upset parents, but be professional at all times. And just be positive, be supportive of all your students' needs, and just have an inviting classroom, a nice warm environment so kids can feel good in their classrooms. I think that'll help them to learn better, and just believe in all your students and take skills with you. All the feedback, use it as a learning experience, and you can grow in your profession. because teachers, it's just a field. You're going to get all kind of students, be faced with different challenges, special education students, kids in typical classrooms. You're going to have kids from all different backgrounds, but you got to be respectful. You stay up on your training so you will know how to work with all different types of kids and learn different learning styles, different strategies to meet all your students' needs and to ensure that all your children are where they need to be developmentally. Thank you.